What is up, Dub Nation? Welcome back to another Warriors Media video. And today we're going to be talking about the Warriors' 52nd overall draft pick. Now, the Golden State Warriors earlier today actually ended up trading that pick to Oklahoma City for Lindy Waters III, a guard that's mostly spent time in the G League. If you guys haven't gone, make sure to check out that video if you want to know a little bit more about him, because I'm not going to talk about him in this video because I'm going to talk more about the 52nd overall pick. So, again, like I mentioned, the Warriors didn't actually have that pick after the trade that they made. And then I guess it went kind of around like the Trailblazers or whatnot. And then basically the Warriors brought back the pick. They spent some cash on it, actually. And the Warriors take center Quinten Post out of Boston College, a 5-year player. Actually spent the first 2 seasons from 2019 to 2021 in Mississippi State. Uh, didn't really play in many games, especially his rookie year, only in 8 games and 31 games the next season, but just really wasn't productive. So then I guess that's why he ended up transferring, because he figured, okay, I'm going to get more playing time. Boston College might be able to actually develop me better. So then he averages 9.4 in 21 and 2022, and then 15.1 in the 2022-2023 season. Finally, 17 points in his last season, 2023-2024, where he played in 35 games, started all 35 games as well for Boston College. And honestly, I really like this pick. He's 7 foot tall, 43.1% from 3-point range. So absolutely big guy that can shoot from outside, has the ability to shoot from the top of the key, has the ability to also shoot from the corner, as well as has some of that floater game in him. And so that's what's great about him too. And then he's an 83.2 free throw percent shooter, which is great because I feel like in college times, like there's guys that just don't shoot free throws that well, and then that sometimes that doesn't really do well when they go into the NBA, even just shooting wise in general. So that's great to get with Quinten Post, is the ability for him to shoot again from outside and also able to do pretty well in the free throw game. Also has the float and ability, the catch and shoot ability. That probably sounds familiar, right? Klay Thompson, catch and shoot ability. Um, but this guy's, bigger, taller. And so that is just outstanding. Um, like I mentioned, good touch on the floors and hook game shots. Um, and so you have to watch out for him. Good in the pick and roll game. That's good. He can also attack the closeouts. Does a good job of also uh, with creating space on the floor. Excuse me. So that's great. They're good guy with layups. Just all around, I think actually pretty good. Now his passing isn't like the worst. Like he still is solid at that, but that's something that he can work on. Um, like he'll just do the simple, I guess, kind of passes that you need him to do, but he's not gonna be super flashy um, with it. But I think he's gonna fit really well with this Warriors team. I'm not sure what the contract is, and also it hasn't been official, which I think it can't be official till actually free agency, because the Warriors are right now um, basically, I guess they're at the second apron, so they can't actually go above. So I think that isn't counting. What happens with Chris Paul, which I guess they'd have to get out of that like before free agency and things like that. So right now that they really can't do anything, but um, we'll see what ends up happening. I'm sure they're gonna make moves, obviously, to clear up some money, clear up some of that luxury tax, because it seems like they do want to get out of that luxury tax, which is something we've been talking about a lot recently since we've started this channel. So yeah, now I guess some negatives or not so good things he's great at, right? Um, he does not have the post up game. So his name is Quinten Post, but he just doesn't have a post up game. Um, you know, so he isn't really putting his back facing up. He's facing up rather than you know, with his back. Um, but again, I think that's okay because he does a really good job at a lot of other things. With the mid range, with the 3-point shooting at the top of the key, on the side of the key. Like we said, a solid passer still could work on that at times, but I think this is great. I think us Warriors fans should like this pick for Golden State. We've been saying they need a big for so long, so I'm interested to see if they end up trading Kevon Looney because they did end up guaranteeing his $8 million for the 2024-2025 season. So gonna be interesting to see what happens there if they put Looney in trade package. Wiggins, Chris Paul. Those are three guys that could help them. The money, and then Klay Thompson probably coming off the books. I think that also should probably help them with the luxury tax first of all too. But tomorrow's the deadline for Chris Paul, so we'll see what ends up happening there. I think if they do end up guaranteeing it, then that means they feel good about a trade possibly happening. If they don't, I guess he becomes a free agent, and so then that will help them, but they have to make other moves too then. So we'll see what ends up happening, but I actually like this pick for Golden State. I was actually glad they made a pick because at first I was kind of disappointed. If you guys go watch that video that I made about the trade originally, right? Like, it's like they need to I think draft a rookie, or just because I didn't really like the move, and I thought they could possibly get some kind of veteran guy there, which is what they got here with Quinten Post, in my opinion. Again, we'll see what type of contract they give him because that's something we're not too sure about there. And then the Warriors did end up actually signing an undrafted guard from Virginia in Reese Beekman on it to a two-way deal. Excuse me. We'll be making a video on that a little bit later because I got to do my research on him. I haven't had the time to talk about him, so I don't want to just talk about him without figuring out how he is as a player. So yeah, we'll talk about that in probably the next video or two. So yeah, that will be dropping in the next couple of days, but make sure you guys have the notifications bell turned on because we will break the Chris Paul news that should be happening tomorrow. I know you guys probably want to stay up to date with that, so make sure to hit that like button, hit that right subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you can get notified right away. That's gonna do it, guys. Peace out. Let's go Dubs.